let me introduce and invite our next speaker for this Mastermind Summit, a confidence multiplier. She speaks on boosting the confidence of middle layer executives and employees to make them leadership ready. She has built up her skills and processes during her 20-year tenure as a banker. She has also successfully used it as a confidence multiplier with her clients in her role as a leader in Toastmasters. She works on changing the mindset of executives from low confidence, fear, and action paralysis to one of the growth and solutions. She uses proven processes and tools to build a foundation of deep confidence. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and help me invite our next speaker, Chimmu Kutty.
What do I mean when I say think like an owner? As a CXO and a CEO, you will have certain minimum expectations of employees when you put them in the roles of team lead or as a front to face the client. So let me just spell out some of the responsibilities that you expect, the minimum. You expect that they will feel at least responsible for the role that you have given them, and they will also be able to face the challenges that come into the role. For example, some challenges may be abstract, like reduced turnaround time of tickets. You expect, as the CEO and the CXO, that your team lead will be able to identify that this is an abstract problem, be able to think and analyze, and give you a workable solution. And not only that, he will be able to work the solution with his team. He will be able to delegate it, follow up, and ensure that it's done. And nowadays, no team is an island. So you will have to learn to collaborate and cooperate with other teams. So do you agree that these are anyone's minimum expectations when a person is given a role as a team lead? Of course, these are your expectations. What happens in reality? Let's find out. Now, Arvind is a team lead. He has been in this role for 6 months. Now, what you notice about Arvind is that he feels stuck in the problem. He is not even able to approach a solution. He is just thinking it's a problem. And once he thinks a lot about this problem, he hands it over to you. And he expects you to give him the solution. Not only that, Arvind, he feels that he's not able to even think about a solution. He just waits. He has to be given the solution. He has to be told what to do. Then he does it. And you see that instead of collaborating with other teams when such a problem occurs, he considers such team collaborations as out of syllabus question and doesn't even look at it. This is the reality of what is happening to Arvind. Now you ask him, Arvind, what is the matter? Why am I being called in to give you solutions to your team problems? It has been 6 months. Sir, I am not so creative like you. I'm not able to think of solutions. It's all very new to me. Arvind, that's just an excuse. It is 6 months since you are in the role. You should at least have got a grip of the role and the responsibilities by now. Tell me the real reason. Why are you not able to do this role? Sir, it is that when I face the problem, my mind fills with fear and self-doubt. I don't know how to start thinking about this process. I don't know the process of thinking for solutions. My mind goes blank. I feel self-doubt. What if I take some decision and it's wrong? Because I feel all these are so new to me. And I just freeze. I feel overwhelmed. Now, Arvind is actually operating from the mindset of a coder, his previous level job. And what has happened as a result? He is filled with self-doubt, fear, and he is having a classic case of low confidence. Let's meet Beena. Now, Beena is a part of a team and has been selected to be the point of contact for the client for this project. As her CXO, you notice every time you are running to call and she calls you and you have to talk to the client on Beena's behalf. Beena says, "Madam, please come. Client is saying this, client is saying that. I'm not able to answer." Every time you are coming here, you are answering the client. It feels like you are running the team, not Beena. And you also notice when Beena is talking to the client, she has to run meetings. She hesitates to take the lead, and the client, known to be demanding, is walking all over her. Now, this is not a good solution or a situation. You have your work, you can't keep doing her work. Beena, tell me, what is the matter? I chose you specifically for this role because I thought you could handle it. Madam, I don't know. Whenever I think of talking to this demanding client, I just freeze up. I feel so scared that I'll say something wrong because I know this client is so demanding. You know that, right? You have been talking to the client. That's right. I have been talking to the client, not you. You are supposed to start talking to the client. So tell me, what is the issue? Madam, I'm not so good at delegating work. And I feel that because of all this pressure, I have missed deadlines. I know that. And my team, they look down on me now. I feel like a failure. And moreover, I'm stuck. I feel overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. Beena is also very, very unhappy. Her team is unhappy. Her client is unhappy. You are unhappy. Why? Because Beena is filled with self-doubt, fear, and overwhelm at the job. She is also facing a classic case of low self-confidence. Now, think of all the Beenas and Arvinds in your company, your employees. Think how they are reacting, how they are coping because of just one small issue, low confidence. Now, let us find out. They are unhappy, they are feeling overwhelmed, they are filled with self-doubt. Is it possible for us to take them from here to make them feel capable, to use their ability, to feel confident, to actually apply their mind to think not problem focused but solution focused? How can we fill this gap? Or can we fill this gap? The answer is yes. You can fill this gap by using the confidence cone. What is the confidence cone? Well, let me tell you. The confidence cone uses a mix of processes and techniques to build a deep foundation of confidence in employees, team leads, anyone. Now let's help Beena and Arvind work through this process of the confidence cone. It uses 3 steps. The first is to know yourself and then apply the process and use the tools. Once you work through this cone, confidence is guaranteed. What do I mean by know yourself? All of us operate from high self-image. Now, I want to talk to you about self-image because I feel it is so vital to the way we present ourselves to the world. The way we think of ourselves directly affects the way we interact with the world, the way we take decisions, the way we take actions. Think back to a day when you felt very high, very happy. Those days, decisions just came like that. Now think back to another day when you suddenly felt doubt. Should I attend this outlier meet? Is it worth my time? Will I learn something? You are feeling so indecisive. On another day, if you thought about it, I need to attend this outlier meet. It is so valuable for me. I will learn a lot. Let's do it. So the difference is the way you thought of yourself on that day. Think back and recall. That's why self-image is so vital. Today, Arvind and Beena's self-image has shrunk so much that they feel like failures. And they are not able to even act. When Beena thinks, my teammates are looking down on me, her self-image becomes even smaller. When Arvind sees that he is not even able to cope with thinking of a solution, his self-image becomes smaller. Now, self-image is what we will be working on first as the foundation to build confidence. Self-image is made up of 3 parts. First is the way that you see yourself. The second, the way you think that others see yourself. And the third one, which we all have, is the ideal that we really want to be. We keep our ideal in mind, and on that day, when we behave, we try to behave as close to the ideal as possible. But the way we think of ourselves also affects the way we behave on each and every day. So, the first step in the confidence cone is to know yourself. And Beena and Arvind went through these exercises called external validation and internal validation. What is it? External validation is nothing but how others see you. So for this process, Arvind met his CXO and his CXO told him, look Arvind, I selected you for this team lead role, not randomly, because I saw that when you were part of the team, you were creative, you were innovative, you brought the team together. These are the qualities which I saw in you, which made me select you for the team lead role. Now, Arvind, feeling so small at that time, hearing these words from his CXO, a man whom he trusts and respects, and he knows that these words are true, and he recognized in himself, yes, I am creative, I was innovative, I was keeping the team together. I have forgotten these things. These are there in me. That is external validation. And his self-image grew. Beena, she did the internal validation. How do you do that? Internal validation is how you see yourself. So Beena wrote down when she was part of a team and she had to give team reports. She was so proud of the way she gave the reports. It was clear, concise, precise, organized, well-structured. And when she wrote all that down, she realized, oh my God, I have been doing this. I've done such a good job earlier. I have all these qualities in me. And here I am thinking I don't know how to run a meeting. While, of course, I haven't run a meeting, but I was so good at giving my part of it. Internal validation. The way you see yourself. When Beena went through these things, her self-image grew. She began to see really that she has a lot of skills and qualities which she had really forgotten about. Her CXO also spoke to her and she told her, Beena, I have selected you for this role because I see that you are eminently capable of handling this demanding client. I know the way you speak. Don't worry about the client at all. Just be yourself. And Beena, hearing all these things from her CXO, felt so much better about herself. Her self-image grew. External validation, internal validation, both done together had such a great impact on Arvind and Beena. Their self-image grew. And this is the basis and the foundation to build a strong level of confidence. Next, they went through the second level, which is apply the process. Here, one of the things that we do is, we use the worst case scenario. Both Arvind and Beena wrote on the worst thing that will happen if they did not do something. The worst thing, which was actually holding them in the grip of fear and not letting them move on. Once they got all of that out of their mind was freed up to now think of a solution. And they wrote the solution. Once they saw that, oh, this worst thing, which I was so scared of, that if I don't solve this client's problem, my CXO will kick me out of the job. But will it happen? They went back and no, Because I know how to solve. Why don't I use this and solve the problem? My CXO is supporting me. He will help me in this. 6 months he has not thrown me out. That means he wants me to improve. So the worst fear when faced is overcome. Beena and Arvind did this. And it really freed up their mind space so that now their mindset became or shifted towards problem focused to solution focused. And the third step, use the tools. The main issue was with Arvind that I don't know the process of how to start thinking of finding a solution. In this level, what we do is, one of the things that we do, we go through the pattern of asking questions to find a solution. What, why, how? What is the problem? Why do we need the solution? How can we find a solution to this problem? Again, you notice the mindset is on solution focused, not the problem. Slowly, Beena and Arvind's mindset also started shifting. Whenever they saw something which challenged them, which scared them, they started thinking, how can I find a solution to this? So this is what happens when you go through the confidence cone. At the end of which, their confidence was really built up to such a level that they began to be productive in their roles. So how do you measure confidence? You can't. You can only measure the results of confidence in the way they act, in their attitude, their actions reflects the confidence and self-esteem that they have within them. Let's see. Once you go through the confidence cone, does it mean that your confidence won't dip again? Of course not. Life is full of challenges. Whenever we face a new challenge, it is natural. Our fear of the unknown makes our confidence dip a little. But now we know how to bring it back up. It will not dip to all those depths that it went to earlier when we felt helpless, self-doubt, fear, overwhelm. Now we know how to overcome that. And so it will not dip so much. That is the beauty of the confidence cone. It equips you with all the tools and techniques and processes to face any challenge which comes at you once you go through this. So let's go and see how Arvind and Beena are doing at the end of this process of going through the confidence cone. There's Arvind. He's talking to a client. Let's go listen. Don't worry, sir. I will help you with this. I will find a solution and it will be the best possible case for you. And I will get back to you as soon as possible. What's happening? That's Arvind. And he's talking like this. Earlier he used to say, I need to ask my CXO and get back to you. I'm sorry, I cannot do anything about this. What a change. You see that he is actually owning his role. He has become the CEO of his team. Wow. Is it a miracle? No, it's the confidence cone. Let's see what Beena is doing. Beena is actually leading a meeting. She's telling, don't worry. I understand that you want this at a very short timeline, but we are here to give you the best quality that you want. So I assure you that as soon as we can do it, we will give you. The client is listening to her. She's actually refusing the client in such a nice way. What happened to Beena? She has become the CEO of her team. Wonderful. Not a miracle again. What is it? The confidence cone. So confidence can be built using the confidence cone. And how can it be measured? Through your actions. So we see that Arvind and Beena have now graduated from the confidence cone. How many Arvinds and Beenas are there in your companies who can benefit from this? Thank you.